you've been at Fox 30, okay? O'Reilly was there 20. I don't know how long he was there. Well, let's just say give or take 20, right? Tucker was there for a number. Megyn Kelly was there for a number of years. From the outside watching now, Bill O'Reilly does a lot of stuff with News Nation, Cuomo. You know, we've had him on.
He's on my radio show once a week.
I actually love hearing what he has to say because, again, he's another one of these OGs. When he talks, I'm kind of trying to hear to say what's he saying because he sometimes takes a different angle than everybody else. How are you processing what Tucker is doing? Because Tucker has taken certain positions when it comes down to Israel, when it comes down to Epstein, when it comes down to certain interviews he's done, when it comes down to, you know, what he feels is different. A lot of it may be seen as controversial, maybe to folks at Fox. How do you view the positions that Tucker has taken the last couple of years?
You know, all of us are making a pretty good living because of the First Amendment and freedom of speech. I said earlier, broadcasting is not a zero-sum game. My success is not due to somebody else's failure or success, and it's based on what I do. But whether what you say I agree with or I disagree with, and I have heard things that all the people you mentioned have said, and Bill O'Reilly's been on my radio show, and we'll disagree on a topic. But at the end of the day, that is the biggest glass of water I've ever seen in my life. What the hell is that?
I just want to make sure we don't run out of water. They say that there's
Here,
a
if you need
threat
a little
of
more, help you drink some. What is? It's like this.
Stein.
Right,
Well,
exactly.
the goal is to finish this by the end of the podcast.
So at the end of the day is, you know, let the people decide. And I respect the fact that we live in a great country where you're going to give your opinion and then the public will judge you for it. The one thing that I think is critical for success is that you be genuine and sincere and not manufactured or phony or fake. And if you stay true to who you are, I believe. Oh, you just put he just put cocaine.
I told you, Sean.
This
which-
is
which
yours.
You
High
sold,
quality
which
from
you sold to me.
from-
You're the
from-
distributor.
I sold to him.
Yeah.
Sean
great.
Hannity's property in Colombia, which we
By the way,
featured in Medellin.
did you see LJ who was on Fox and Friends the other morning? They were talking about Coca-Cola and pure cane sugar.
Yeah.
I love Mexican Coke.
Who said this?
LJ Lawrence Jones.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I love Mexican Coke.
And then Ainsley and Brian are looking at him, and he goes, "No, I really do love Mexican Coke." And it's like went
well,
right
over the
his
head. Yeah.
It was a funny moment. But back to your question.
On Tucker.
Don't you respect? Aren't we blessed when you think about it? We live in a country where you can have any opinion.
I do, and
then you build
love
an
it.
audience based on whether or not enough people want to hear what you have to say.
But some of the positions Tucker's taken would be a different.
I disagree with him.
Okay, so
For example, he interviewed some historian and making it, and this has kind of gone a little viral. I don't care that he has a different view than me. I just don't care. I mean, he had a different view about Iran and the nuclear sites than I did. I don't care that he does. I have to be true to who I am. And he had a historian, and there's this narrative that's been making the rounds that, you know, Winston Churchill, blood, toil, tears, and sweat, you know. What is our aim? Victory. I love Winston Churchill. That somehow, well, it's not the best thing that we won World War II. Now, my father spent 4 years in the Pacific, by the way, and wasn't the best life, and he grew up very, very poor. But to me, Winston Churchill was one of the most heroic people in our time. It's just a disagreement. You want to have a different opinion, fine. But the argument is, well, Western civilization has not thrived since then, and that Europe has declined since then. My answer to that would be Ronald Reagan, who said, you know, freedom is only one generation away from extinction. And so, yeah, Winston Churchill was the hero of World War II to me, and I would argue with the historian guest that he had. But guess what, Patrick Bet David, you know what? You live in a free country. Express your views. If that's what you think, express it.
What do you think about what Tucker is doing these days? This might be a controversial opinion on Tucker, but to me, he's sort of masquerading and cosplaying as a populist when he's almost like the elite. He's sort of basically saying, I'm anti-establishment. There's, we say one of one. He's one of one. Tom Brady's one of one. Michael Jordan's one of one. Tucker's also one of one because he's the only person, you've been at Fox News 30 years, that's had his own main show on cable, Fox, CNN, and MSNBC. So it's almost like he's syndicating his views all over mainstream, but being like, oh, shucks, I'm just a little old huckleberry here in khakis and a bow tie, chewing my dip. I don't know nothing about nothing. It's like, the establishment better than anybody, Tucker. And now you're like, oh, I'm anti-establishment. I'm being counterculture. What are your thoughts on that?
First of all, I'm not following it that closely. I'm too wrapped up in my own world, my own opinions, my own shows. My answer to you is I've never had a problem with any of the people that you mentioned. And there used to be a time where at Fox there was a lot of tension between hosts. For me, that's just evaporated. I wish everybody the best. If you listen to the people that you mentioned, I've heard every one of them say that they are happier than they've ever been doing what they're doing now. I'm happy doing what I'm doing now. They made their career choices. I made my career choices. And I'm happy with mine. And I honestly, truly, sincerely wish everybody the best. I'm not in this intramural, my life is dependent on what somebody else says. I don't care.
Do you speak to Tucker at all or no? Do you guys have a relationship?
Occasionally, once I reached out to him when his father died, just to wish him prayers. And we had one little exchange over just a stupid issue. But it was very friendly. We have never had a problem.
Colleagues?
What's up?
Are you guys more friends or colleagues?
We're not friends in as much as I'm friends with Mark Levin.
Yeah.
Thank me. God bless us.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm done. So you're not laughing at my imitations. This is not good. I'm bombing on your show.
That was actually better than the previous one. The Mark Levin was better than Churchill.
I didn't really try my trail.
Every once in a while, Tom will do a impersonation, and when he does, he gets it good about 1 out of 10 times.
Who does?
So, Tom over there. He does good impersonation.
I did my best.
Who's your best?
Bill Clinton, probably.
I want to say to all the hot chicks here in the audience that if you want a tour backstage, I'll be glad to give it to you.
No, I think you all have misunderstood, and all the prosecution against me. I just have 3 words to defend myself. That's my wife.
So that's.
I think he got you on that one. Hannity.
Okay, let me get to the next story.
He's a drug dealer. He's not a freaking.
All
right, Vinny, relax, buddy.
It's all
get to the next story.
I think I like my Winston Churchill.
I like that. It was good. It was the best
Blood,
of the 3.
toil, tears, and sweat.
Yeah, I like Levin more. I like Mark Levin more. Yeah.
You want my real Mark Levin?
Yeah, give it to
All right,
me.
here's Mark Levin. Imagine if Kamala Harris won the last election, right?
Right.
Oh, he
This
would
would be the
lose it.
next episode of Life, Liberty, and Levin.
Okay,
right?
this is an aneurysm coming, right?
Pretty much. Yeah, it is. You dumb bastards. You just ruined the country. The Constitution's to shit. I cannot believe how stupid you all are. That's it. I'm done.
Speaking of Tucker, did you hear about the offer that PBD made to Tucker?
No, what'd you do?
This was a few years
This
ago.
was a while back, though.
What was the offer?
You
got like 1 million podcasters underneath this umbrella,
Yeah,
right?
no, we made an offer a while back, but that was 3 years. Tom, what was it? 3 years ago or 2 years ago?
What
2
happened?
years ago.
When did he leave? May 2022.
2 weeks after he left.
2 years.
Was it 2 years or 3?
Remember, he
years?
took a break, then we found out he was over
we
in
made
West Florida.
We made a $100 million offer for 5 years.
That was 1 year ago.
Was this? That can't be a way.
Wow, that was an update.
No,
that's
that's
an
why
update.
he
Oh,
turned
gotcha.
it down.
Okay, 2 years
when
ago,
we
sure.
What'd
talked.
you offer me? We're negotiating a deal.
But looking back at it, I mean, maybe you want to get Hannity's take on this.
When Tucker
Are you
left
glad?
Fox?
Are you glad that he said no?
No, I think there's there's 2 ways you have to look at talent, and I look at it in 2 different ways. Okay, one of the ways you look at it is credibility and trust of what they say the market believes. 2, their credit score. How often are they right? How often are they wrong? 3, the risks they're willing to take, a position that others are not willing to take. It's a very massive risk. He takes risks. 4, the ability to handle yourself and be battle tested. Most guys cannot be battle tested. This thing sucks to be in the fire. This is why I think deep down inside, I called this 3 years ago, I think Tucker may want to run in 2028. And I think Tucker's maybe positioned himself to do something in 2028. I don't know. I see you say Churchill. Wasn't he a journalist before? Wasn't he in that space before he went out there and ran? And Tucker's background's very interesting that maybe one day he runs. I don't know.
Not when they get not when he does that laugh on stage, it's over.
Yeah,
Howard Dean had to, I think, end his campaign because he said, yeah.
This guy went
Wait
to...
till you see Tucker's laugh.
It was
It's
Howard
over.
Dean's I Have a Scream speech.
This guy went to
Remember
Turning
that?
Point USA. This guy went to Turning Point USA, okay, and called out Israel and got a cheer at Turning Point USA. One, that's a risky position to take. Two,
Not these days.
well, not necessarily not these
Turning
days,
Point-
to
yeah,
go
I'll
to Turning
agree
Point
with
USA.
Guys,
But all I'm
don't
saying...
BS. Half of Turning Point was excited when he said that.
No, not necessarily.
No,
No.
That's why they cheered.
Adam, what I'm trying to tell you is 2 years ago, that would have never happened. The climate has changed and people are processing information in a different way. I'm not playing this clip. All I'm saying is the fact that the climate has changed and he's taking some positions. If it doesn't work out for him, it's a massive drop-off. That's why there's the risk. And
Well-
that's why, it's risky to take some positions. The Vol Conference, September 8th through the 11th. Nearly 12,000 people will be coming this year, but we have 3 guest speakers that I'll be announcing here to you, and it's going to be massive. And they're all intentionally invited for different reasons. This was all intentional, and there's going to be a handful of massive announcements being made at the Vault Conference. If you're somebody that's running a business owner, the great thing about the Vault is you'll be having a conversation with somebody at the event, and you just run into them at the store, and they're an aspiring entrepreneur. Then you go to talk to somebody else that they're an executive of a Fortune 500 company. Then you go talk to somebody else who just exited their company and sold it for $700 million. Then you go talk to somebody else that's still with a big private equity company that's trying to deploy hundreds of millions of dollars. Then you go talk to somebody else from Goldman Sachs that's a money manager. The types of people. Then you go talk to somebody else that's a podcaster, YouTuber, that you recognize their faces. The types of people that show up to the Vault makes it a reason why this is becoming a number one business conference in America, that you go to actually get strategies that you leave, you implement, you can win in life, business, all of it combined together. So the 3 speakers that we have are the following. Number 1 speaker. For me, you guys know I'm a big fan of the movie Air, and you guys know I'm a big fan of anybody that's a strong negotiator that's done some of the biggest deals ever. We were able to get David Falk, Michael Jordan's agent, manager, who signed the Nike deal, who, by the way, in 1982, he was the first person to sign a multi-million-dollar deal for James Worthy. He was the first agent to sign a $100 million deal with Alonzo Mourning. Michael Jordan gives him so much credit. I can't wait to sit down and talk to him. He was one of the most entertaining characters in the movie Air, story of Michael Jordan. Number 2 speaker that we'll have at the Vault Conference is the OG content creator, brand person, influencer, who became a billionaire in 1999, who understood what it looked like to be in front of a camera. Martha Stewart will be at the Vault Conference.
What?
So Martha Stewart will be at the Vault Conference.
She
We're
still
excited
looks
about
great.
that. She had one of the best documentaries that everybody talks about, and I'll be sitting down with her, interviewing her at the Vault Conference. A lot of you fellas that want to bring your wives down, just let them know Martha Stewart's going to be there. They're going to want to come and hear and see what she has to say. And last but not least, the keynote speaker at the Vault Conference that won't be speaking for 30 minutes, not 45 minutes, not an hour, not an hour and 15 minutes. For 2 hours, the one and only Tony Robbins will be at the Vault Conference. Tony Robbins will be at the Vault Conference. So we're excited about that. This is a very, very big deal because there will be multiple big announcements being made there. Some of you guys are going to get a chance to meet the guests that are going to be there. Having said that, Rob, you can play the clip here right now. If you haven't been to the conference, if you haven't yet registered, go to the Vault Conference, get registered, get your ticket, bring your spouse, bring your partner, bring your other employees and executives with you. Come spend 3.5 days with us at the Gaylord Orlando. And at the end of the event, the people that get CEO tickets, we're shutting down Universal Studios. You can go on Velocicoaster as many times as you want to. You can go on the rides. We'll be hanging out. Literally, we're shutting down the entire Universal Studios at the end for all the CEOs to have some fun. You're going to see 58-year-olds act like they're 16 years old, and we're doing business at the same time, which makes it kind of exciting. Again, go to thevaultconference.com website, thevaultconference.com. Get your ticket. This is by far the most important time for you to not go through this process by yourself. Come network with nearly 12,000 people in one room and take your business and your life to the next level. Cannot wait to see you there.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.